If only two sons survived the flood, where did all the women come from?
Genesis holds deeper truths.
Have you ever wondered if Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel? Where did the girls come from for them to marry? It's a classic question that seems like a major plot hole in the story. But the answer is actually much simpler than you might think, and it's hiding in plain sight. The Bible introduces Cain and Abel first, but it never says they were the only children Adam and Eve ever had. In fact, the book of Genesis explicitly states that after their third named son, Seth, was born, Adam went on to have other sons and daughters, so Cain and Abel had sisters. The early human population simply grew from Adam and Eve's many children marrying each other. The story just focuses on the sons' lineages, but the daughters were definitely there. The answer was in the text all along. If you enjoyed this quick answer, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more. Thanks for watching. You've probably heard the question. If Adam and Eve only had two sons, where did Cain's wife come from? It's a classic trick question, but the answer might surprise you. The Bible doesn't actually say they only had two sons. It mentions other sons and daughters later on. But here's the even bigger idea people miss. Where does it say God only made two people to begin with? The text doesn't say that. In fact, if you read carefully, you'll find there are multiple creation narratives right at the start. First, you have the story where God creates man and woman in his own image. Then, in the very next chapter, you get a different story where God specifically forms Adam from the dirt and then makes Eve from Adam's rib. So, are these two separate events? It's a fascinating detail that changes how you see the whole story. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Hey everyone, let's talk about the story of Adam and Eve. We all know it, right? God creates the first man and the first woman, and that's the beginning of humanity. But what if there's a detail we often overlook? Think about it. When the Bible says God created man and woman in his own image, it doesn't actually say he only created two people. We tend to have this mental image of God making Adam and Eve and then just walking away. But the text doesn't put that limitation on it. This doesn't mean Adam and Eve weren't the first, but it opens up a fascinating question. Could they have been the beginning of a larger creation event? Or perhaps representatives for all of humanity created at that time? It's an idea that encourages us to read with fresh eyes. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Have you ever read an ancient text and thought, what on earth were they talking about? It's a common feeling, especially with religious doctrines. But let's try a quick thought experiment. Imagine someone from the 1600s having a vision of our world today. How would they even begin to describe it? They might see people in planes and call them fiery chariots, or see someone on an iPhone and describe it as a magic scrying glass. They'd have to use the words and concepts they understood from their own time. Their description wouldn't be literally accurate, but it would be their interpretation of something far beyond their comprehension. This is why being open-minded is so crucial, instead of getting hung up on literalism. It's more important to understand the core message. What was the author trying to convey about humanity, morality, or life? The real wisdom is often found there. Thanks for watching. Here's a thought I've been wrestling with, and I think it's a message we often miss. It starts with this simple truth. God made you. But the story doesn't end there. He also made everyone else. You are completely, uniquely special to him, and so is every other person on this planet. Think about that for a second. Your victories, your flaws, everything that makes you you. It's all an extension of his work. And here's the part that really changes things. How you treat other people is a direct reflection of what you think about God. It's creation. When you show kindness and respect to someone, you're honoring the artist behind the masterpiece. It's a powerful way to look at the world, isn't it? Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more thoughts like this.